these videos highlight in large part how a car wreck case works, what it's like to go through the treatment after you've been in a car wreck. Some of the sausage-making process of the car wreck case, though, involves what happens to all the medical bills. You may or may not know that when you hire a lawyer like Zarzaur Law to handle your car wreck case or your personal injury case, your medical malpractice case, whatever it may be, it necessarily also usually involves dealing with health insurance companies, government health insurance providers like Medicare and Medicaid, and it deals with medical bills, collection agencies for medical bills, companies, and those kind of things. What a lot of people don't understand, and I think has more been a kind of a recent phenomenon in regards to healthcare facilities, is that when you go and purchase a health insurance policy, what you're purchasing is a contract that basically says the health insurance will provide you these benefits in exchange for you paying your premiums every month. And then the way the health insurance company makes money is they don't pay sticker price for any of the health services that you get. So if you went to the hospital today without health insurance and said, listen, I'm Daddy Warbucks and I want to have this procedure done, how much is it going to cost? They would give you the sticker price, if you will, for a non-insurance paying, cash paying patient. Well, that sticker price is usually 5 to 10 times what it would cost if you had insurance. Most people understand that because they've seen their bills before health insurance and they see their bills after health insurance, and the disparity is great sometimes. Well, you don't stop being a health insurance recipient just because you're involved in a car wreck. However, hospitals have decided that maybe it's in their benefit to not seek the health insurance benefits for car wreck victims, patients for them, victims, clients for us. Because maybe if we hang on to the balance and wait until the car wreck case is over, maybe the lawyer and the patient/client will pay us more out of their settlement than we otherwise could have gotten from the health insurance company. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, that doesn't seem fair to the patient-client, and you are correct. It is not. But insurance companies are putting up with this. Hospitals are promoting it. Some healthcare practices are promoting it. And here's how it plays out. Let's say you go to the ER after a car wreck, and you're Florida Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida, whatever, United Healthcare, Cigna, whatever you are. And you give them that information, and you give them your car insurance information, because as you know from other videos, the first $10,000 is always paid by PIP, your car insurance company. But there's 20% even for the first $10,000 that has to be submitted to your health insurance. And then everything above the $10,000 mark has to be presented to health insurance. So, but the hospital, after they bill the car insurance for the first $10,000, they hold the balances. They're actually hiring third-party companies to come in and hold these balances while the case is going on, in hopes that at the end of the car wreck case, they get a better return on their bills than they would have gotten if they had just billed health insurance. So this is happening all over the country with the hospitals, the for-profit hospitals right now. And in fact, the New York Times, as recent as yesterday, had a feature article on this practice. We're going to link that down below this video. But I wanted everybody to understand that if you're involved in a car wreck and you have health insurance, you have to sort of help the law firm that you choose through this process. You've got to be watching this stuff, because there's usually like a year deadline for you to submit claims. And so here's how that could go south on you. Let's say you're involved in a car wreck and you get treatment from a hospital on October the 1st of 2020. The hospital decides, for whatever reason, but in large part because they want to see if they can get more money, not to bill your health insurance, even though they know the PIP is already exhausted and it is time to bill your health insurance. They decide, you know what, we're just going to send it to the third-party company. This is basically a holding company for their bills, and we'll let the holding company for their bills hold on to the balances until the car wreck case is over. And then a year goes by, and it's now November 2021, and the services you got from the hospital are now over a year old. The bill is over a year old. They didn't submit it to health insurance because they know you have a legal case happening. So your sticker price of $32,000 in medical bills from that ex-hospital is still $32,000 owed. If it would have been submitted to health insurance, it would have been paid at a rate of something like $1,300 or $2,200 or something like that, and they would have wiped out the whole entire $32,000 balance. But instead of doing that, the hospitals decided to hang on to the bill because they want to ride this train, this litigation train, this lawsuit train, to the end, because they hope at the end you're going to have a big pile of money. Well, even if you do, you deserved it, right? And why should you give $32,000 to the hospital? They could have billed your insurance and gotten paid $2,300 like they had already agreed to do as part of your health insurance plan. Well, we feel that they should. So as a law firm that's handling these injury cases, one of the things we're going to make sure we try to help clients do is stay on top of that, so that within that year time frame, all the bills that rightfully should be submitted to health insurance are submitted to them with a letter that says basically, if you don't pay this, then it's your fault for not paying it. Now, all this has come about in the last couple of years, so it's not like this is an evolving process. And unless your lawyer or law firm is familiar with how this happens every day, they're not going to be paying attention to this. And then, frankly, there's a lot of law firms out there that don't see this as their job. They see their job as getting you the most money, and then whatever they got to pay, they got to pay. Well, I don't feel that's the right way to treat clients. I absolutely think I should get them the most they can get for their case. But then I also think I should net them the most money too, because grossing them the best settlement is half the job. You have to actually put that money in their pockets. And if you're taking out dollar for dollar bills from the hospital that could have been paid at something like 70% less if they had to bill it through health insurance, you're doing a disservice to the client. So now clients have to help in this process too, because the clients are the ones that are getting the bills, and they are the ones that should be presenting these to the health insurance company directly as they're getting them. But many times, the holding company for the bill is not sending bills out every month. They want you to basically forget about the balance so that they can then pop up at the end of the case and say, oh, you still owe us $32,000. Anyway, if you have questions about this part of the process, I called it sausage making at the beginning of the video because it's pretty intricate when it talks about the inner workings of the back end of the financial bills that you have with a law firm as part of a lawsuit. But you can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com. There's tons of information there about how this process works. What is PIP? Because I mentioned that. There's videos on that. You can also call us, obviously, if you have questions at 855-HIRE-JOE. If you or a loved one has a car wreck issue or a personal injury case that they want us to talk to them about, we're happy to do that. But anyway, watch out for this practice. And if you have further questions, please get in touch with us. Take care. Thank you.